If you would like to be a guest or become a part of our live studio audience or even to become a sponsor, just go to www.NikkiClarkeNetwork.com.
We are back. We have the author of the Poetically Exposed, a collection of beautiful poetry, Patrick Oliver Morris, here on the show. Please welcome him.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Great to have you. So the book, and thank you so much for the delivery. Like right in my mailbox, I got a copy of the book, Soothe My Soul.
Yes.
Beautiful title. And there are many things that I like to ponder, to soothe my soul. And this is yet another part of that extension. But when did you get to the point of writing this? And you've got many things that you've done. You're a writer, you're a spoken word artist, you're a motivational speaker, a TV host.
Once upon a time, yes.
Once upon a time. And then you put this book together. When did that happen?
The book really sort of just was like a waterfall just flowing out of me. About 5 years ago. Like, I've always loved language growing up, like Shakespearean plays. I've always loved the way that words were used. But I didn't actually start writing until about 5 years ago when I was going through a pretty bad breakup. And my writing was really a way of healing. It was a way of detoxing, of getting out a lot of my thoughts and my feelings and being able to figure out what my life was going to be about, what I was looking for in terms of as being a father, what that was going to look like, what my expectations were with my children, expectations around relationships. So a lot of what's in here are my innermost thoughts around what I look for, like, what I look for in a woman, what I expected that relationship to be like when I met that woman, and how I was going to be as a man. So it's like a window into the thoughts of a man.
So the heart of a man is exposed.
Yes.
In this book.
And it was really a way of soothing my soul, being able to get out a lot of the hurt and the pain that I was going through, and being able to find my path.
Okay. What is your reflection of what is happening in Ferguson as a black male? What can you speak to about the situation?
I've watched what's happened in Ferguson, and not just in Ferguson, throughout the United States, and seen many situations that young black males have been killed, and it's tragic. But I'm not surprised, and the reason why I'm saying I'm not surprised is because more so in the United States, you have two groups of individuals who have a very black and white in the U.S. is very tumultuous, and after slavery there was no kind of counseling to be able to say, you're no longer a slave owner, think differently. You're no longer a slave, think differently. And throughout the generations, you see it wherein a lot of people are clashing with one another because that mentality is still passed down throughout the generation. I've talked to a lot of American black men, and the sense of hopelessness that is within their lives is great. And until something traumatic happens to sort of shift everyone's thinking, sadly, it's going to continue to happen. The violence that's happening, I think, is horrible, because I don't think that's necessarily the way about getting the change that needs to be done, because violence only begets violence. We all know this. I think Martin Luther King had the right approach. This is my personal belief, coming from a place of love and from a higher moral standard, and being able to reach out to others, reach across the room, and try to shift and create change from a place of love and not hate.
True.
Anytime you stand in a place of love and hate, and you're preaching hate, if I hurt you, you're only going to seek to hurt me back. But if I hurt you and you don't seek to hurt me back, and you show me compassion and help me to see how I hurt you, then we can change the world.
True.
Amen. And a little long-winded.
Can you choose a selection for us in your book, maybe as a dedication to the healing that I'd like to see in all the Fergusons.
And
in
Ferguson is we
the
often
States.
we often look to the U.S. as being Black Canadian. We often look to the U.S. and sort of look at the things that are happening there. But I think a lot of times we forget what happens in our own backyards. The Ferguson that's happening in Canada today is how the Canadian government really treats the Aboriginals. The natives that live here, they go through horrible situations. And I think, as we ponder what happens in the U.S., we also need to ponder what we're doing within our own backyards. This is called the seed we sow. So the days of men and women on this planet we call Earth are numbered. We must remember at some point we all must harvest the rewards, the blessings, the shame, or the famine from the seeds that we sow within our lives and within the lives of others.
It's beautiful. Thank you. So where can people find a copy of the book?
PatrickOMorris.com. You can go there and you can purchase the book online. I do have a few copies here for sale. It's $20. But yeah, PatrickOMorris.com.
Right. And someone who is an aspiring poet, what would you advise them when they're getting their work out?
I'd say don't give up on your dream. Just continue to push and to strive. For me, this book was a long time coming. This is the first of 3 volumes. When I was going through my detox, the words just started coming in. I had to write. I'd be driving and I had to pull over and I had to write. I'd wake up in the middle of the night and I had to write. I had to get it out. And if once the taps turned on, just make your notes. Go back and re-edit and edit and re-edit. And don't give up on your dream, because you never know. Like 5 years ago, I didn't think that what I was going through was gonna birth this. And all the people who've read it have come back and told me how it's helped to soothe their soul. Right. And I'm really grateful because God has truly blessed me to be able to share my experience and have somebody else learn from it.
Right. Well, we're truly blessed from you being here today and sharing parts of Soothe My Soul. So I wish you the best of luck, and come back anytime if you've got some new publications.
Volume 2 and 3.
Volume 2 and 3, there you go. All right, Patrick, thanks very much.
Thank you.
All right.
Great to be here.
You're welcome. We'll be right
The
back.
Nikki Clarke Show, transforming lives one story at a time. If you would like to be a guest or become a part of our live studio audience, or even to become a sponsor, just go to www.NikkiClarkeNetwork.com.